In the heart of Amici village, three young men, Ndukaku, Nnamdi, and Maduka, born with desire, not for love, not for peace, but for wealth. They wanted riches, not from the sweat of their brows, but from shortcuts, the kind whispered about in markets and told in hushed tones at night. Why must we suffer like this? Nnamdi asked one evening. Others are getting rich without lifting a finger, Ndukaku added. Let's do something spiritual, Maduka concluded. And that was how the head of Dibia Ekwensu, the one who leads men to Ezenwanyị, the mysterious water goddess of wealth and sacrifice. One rainy night, they made their way into the forest where the Dibia lived. The air was quick with chants, and the wind whispered secrets. Dibia Ekwensu, covered in white chalk and blood-red beads, welcomed them. You desire wealth without labor? He rasped. Then come, meet the one who gives riches, but never for free. He took them to a hidden river where moonlight kissed the surface and the water flowed without sound. From the depth rose Ezenwanyị, the river goddess, tall, dark-skinned, with cowries in her braided hair and glowing white eyes. You want gold, yet fear pain? She asked, her voice like rushing water. Very well. Each of you must prove your greed is stronger than your pride. To Ndukaku, she said, go to a village far from yours, strip naked, run mad for 2 weeks, bark, crawl, eat death, but beware, no one who knows you must see you. To Nnamdi, sleep in the cemetery for 2 weeks, speak to no one, no sound. Even if the spirits cry your name, if anyone familiar sees you, you will never return. And to Maduka, walk naked every night through your village. Hide when needed, but beware. If any familiar eye sees your shame, madness will be your crown. The three accepted. Ndukaku traveled far and began to roam like a madman. Strangers mocked him, but he endured. No one knew him there. His task was painful, but he survived. Nnamdi laid in the graveyard. Spirits tried to lure him with voices of his parents, fake cries for help, but he did not flinch. 2 weeks passed. He endured. But Maduka was not so lucky. On the 12th night, his childhood friend Uche saw him walking behind the palm oil mill. Ha, Maduka, is this madness or theater? That night, Maduka collapsed. By morning, his laughter echoed through the village as he ran in circles naked, eating leaves, mad for life. Ndukaku and Nnamdi returned to the river, victorious, but won. Ezenwanyị emerged again, this time holding 2 black clay pots, sealed with cowries. You have passed, she said. Take these pots. Wealth shall follow you like a shadow, but the cry of a child shall never be heard in your homes. You will marry, but no woman shall bear you children. That's the price. Nnamdi's face twisted in shock. Ezenwanyị, you promised riches after our task. Why this again? I am the only son. My mother is waiting to carry grandchildren. Ezenwanyị's face grew cold. I did not call you. You came to me. And now you must obey or you die. Can I adopt? He begged. Never, she hissed. The cry of a child shall never echo in your homes. That is the deal. Go enjoy your wealth. And remember, it is yours alone. If you help a family member, you lose everything. One act of kindness and all shall vanish. The 2 men left with their pots in silence. their hearts heavy. Gold will be theirs, but joy, family, legacy, what is wealth? Nnamdi muttered. If my mother dies of heartbreak. If I had known, Ndokaku said, I would have stayed poor and free. In desperation, they returned to Dibia Ekwensu, placing the purse before him. Can this be undone? Nnamdi asked. We haven't taken the money yet. The Dibia stared long and hard. Did she give you a pot? Yes, they said. Then your destinies are tied. Your spirit sealed. There is no going back. Not even death can undo it. Go home and enjoy your wealth alone. And so, Ndokaku and Nnamdi became rich. Their names echoed across the land. Their gates were lined with polished stones. Their tables overflowed with meats and wine. Gold glittered in every corner of their homes. But their homes were quiet. Their tables were full, but their hearts so painfully empty. No child played in their compound. No tiny feet running across cold marble floors. No innocent laughter to chase away the silence. Only gold and sorrow. And Maduka, the friend they left behind, he still roams the village, laughing, naked, forgotten by the world. His hair tangled like the forest roots. Children run away in fear when they see him. Yet elders watch him with pity, for in his madness he has peace, while the sane live in chains of regret. Ndokaku and Nnamdi became men of wealth and influence. Their wealth command respect. Their shadows carry power. But their homes were graves with doors. No child's laughter, no peace in their hearts. Their riches echoed with loneliness, like voices trapped in a dry well. In the kingdom of Umoka, Nnamdi's mother sat on the cold mud floor, hungry. Her eyes were sulking, her bones sharp under her wrapper. She was the mother of a wealthy man, yet she begged for food like a stranger. Neighbors whispered, "Is it not the mother of Chief Nnamdi? What kind of wealth cannot feed its own blood?" Their wives visited hospital after hospital. White walls, cold scan rooms, endless prayers whispered under labored breaths. Scans showed nothing. The doctors said they were fine, but their wombs remained silent, like a cursed forest with no songbirds. One night, Adora, Nnamdi's wife, wept before her mother. Her tears fell like rain on the clay floor. Together they went to prophetess Mama Nkiru, whose shrine was feared and revered. Smoke of burning herbs called into the rafters as the prophetess spoke. Your womb is born by forces not of this world. Sacrifices must be made to Chimelum, the god of fruitfulness. Adora turned to her husband that night, her eyes swollen with tears, her voice shaking like a dry leaf in Harmattan winds. Then what am I doing here? Am I just a flower in a house with no soil? Am I just an ornament to your shame? Nan could not look at her. His chest heaved with regret. His secrets burned his tongue. Finally he whispered, his voice softer than husk wings. I made a pact with the river goddess. No child shall call me father. That is the price I paid for riches. Ndokaku sat alone in his golden room that night. Around him, Chandeliers sparkled. His wardrobe overflowed with silk, but his soul felt naked in shame. Ndukaku muttered, "We have wealth, yet we are poorer than beggars. My mother is hungry. My home is cold. What have I gained?" They went to see the Ekwensu, the ancient priest of forbidden truths. The shrine was dark, lit only by the glow of firewood. The Ekwensu replied, "There is no refund in the spirit world. You touch the pot, your souls are sealed." And so it came to pass. The moment Nan gave his mother money to buy food, his wealth vanished like smoke before dawn. Bank account wiped clean, cars seized, mansion reclaimed by debtors. His power crumbled like sandcastles against angry waves. Ndukaku sat on the cold marble floor beside his bed, clutching their wedding photo to his chest. Tears streamed down his face, soaking his golden robe. He sobbed loudly into the silence of his mansion. "I am very rich, but my soul is so empty. What is this life? No friends, no family, only walls and shadows to keep me company." His wife Chizoba heard his cries from their dressing room. She had been silently packing her clothes, preparing to leave the mansion that has become a golden prison. She ran to him, her wrapper trailing behind her. "Ndukaku, my husband, please stop this. Let's go away together. We can start again, even if we had nothing." But he shook his head violently, his tears blinding him. "I can't live like this," he whispered, shaking his head in despair. "I would rather lose everything than live like this." Chizoba fell to her knees beside him, clutching his arm. "Please, I don't want gold. I just want you alive." But Ndukaku could not hear her. Rage filled him. He grabbed the black pot with trembling hands and ran barefoot into the night. Guards watched in confusion as their master charged towards the backyard shrine, Chizoba screaming behind him. Under the hiding moon, Ndukaku fell to his knees before the pot. "Take your wealth back," he screamed into the darkness. "Take your gold, take your cars, take your lands, but please give me back my peace. Give me back my soul." The paw rattled in his hands. A cold wind circled him, lifting his wrapper. He heard her voice in the wind, deep and mocking. "You came to me willingly, Ndukaku. The price is paid. Your soul is mine until your bones return to the earth." He let out a scream so loud that even the guards ran to hide. As dawn approached, neighbors gathered outside his mansion. The mighty gates were wide open. They found Ndukaku lying lifeless in the shrine, the pot still in his hands. Tears had dried on his cheeks. Chizoba fainted beside his lifeless body. And far away in the village stream, Maduka sat quietly on a smooth rock, staring into the flowing water. For the first time in years, his wild laughter was gone. His eyes, once smiled and lost, were calm and filled with tears. That night, under the full moon, Maduka felt something wash over him like warm rain. Chains around his mind snapped open. He fell on his knees by the river, crying loudly. God, I don't know what I did, but thank you. Thank you for giving me back my mind. By morning, word spread through the village. Maduka has regained his sanity. He's no longer mad. Women related with joy. Children ran to see him. Elders gathered to bless him. Maduka returned home to his aging mother, who embraced him tightly, sobbing, "My son, you have come back to me." Maduka smiled through his tears. "I may not have gold, but I have peace. I am free." He built a small palm wine business by the roadside, and every evening, children gathered to hear his wise stories about greed and contentment. The villagers respected him, and in time, he became a community elder known for his wisdom and prayers. And Nnamdi, after his wealth vanished overnight, his cars repossessed, his mansion sealed by the bank, Nnamdi sat on a wooden bench outside his mother's mud hut. His mother came out and saw him, head bowed in shame. She sat beside him, her wrinkled hand resting gently on his shoulder. "My son, I would rather have you here with empty pockets than far away with riches that cannot feed your soul." Nnamdi broke down in tears. "Mama, forgive me. I thought I was buying us a better life, but I sold my peace. I lost everything." His mother wiped his tears with her wrapper. "No, my son, you still have me, and your life. You can start again." And so Nnamdi farmed the father's small land, selling yams in the market. People mocked him at first, the former rich man under the sun with basket of tubers, but he ignored their whispers. 1 year later, his wife Adora gave birth to a healthy baby boy. They named him Chukwuebuka. God is great. Every evening, Nnamdi sat by his mother's cooking fire, listening to her old folk songs, holding his son in his arms. His wife sat beside him, her head resting on his shoulder, their heart finally at peace. Their home was small, but it overflowed with joy, love, and laughter. The moral of the story: when greed blinds the eyes, it changes the soul. Wealth without peace is emptiness, dressed in gold. True riches are the smiles, the laughter, and the joy and love we share, for they alone remain when gold turns to dust. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and share. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button.